AJ. It's bright out here. So 3 days ago, we had a blizzard. Come on, let's go in. Let's get you warmed up. We were driving back from the North America Honeybee Expo in Louisville. Almost got back right before the blizzard hit. Last hour or so took a couple hours driving through icy, snowy roads. Ready to go? There's Peekaboo, and Chip, Bert Ernie, and Cashew. Hey, Holiday. You want some food? So the last couple of days have been rough. We got maybe 12 inches of snow, so a foot. Some areas pretty near us got 18, so we're pretty lucky, but we've got some big snow drifts. Made a little short on the other day, and that's made it tough driving through it. But then the last 2 days have been really cold. Below zero the first day and single digits the second day. So a lot of things are frozen. There's Bamboo and his eggs. Eating some food? You can spot the couple eggs there. Bamboo's up for a second here. So I want to take you around, show all the animals, show you how they're doing. But the aviary, how's the aviary doing in all this? Had people asking about the netting over top. Is it freezing and getting heavy? And the pond, is it frozen? What will the ducks do and how will they get water out there? So let's take you around and show you the aftermath of the 2025 blizzard. Hey, Chip. Yeah, let's try it. What do you want to do?
Do an experiment, see if we let these three out in the field, see if they come back at night.
We had to bring the emus in during this blizzard because they were just sitting out in it and they looked like they were freezing. So we brought them all in. We got Peekaboo down there who we're going to leave in a little longer. We don't want her laying an egg out in that freezing snow. But we'll try letting these guys out for a little bit, see if they'll come in tonight.
They might not even leave.
Yeah, they don't have to leave. They can stay here if they want. You want to go out? There's Bert. Yeah, he's over there. He's in Holiday still. Here's Ernie, and here's Cashew, so we'll see if they wander around today. Without it snowing, we won't be as worried about them sitting out there, but just trying to make sure they're not freezing and they know they can come in here if they want.
So these three were really good at coming in the evening anyways. When we come and feed the horses, we feed the emus. So I think they're gonna come in, no problem. They might not even leave though. Nice warm, dry place. Why would you leave?
Over in this area we got our 4 peafowl over here, then we got Imchmanis and then the bigger ducks. We switched them out when we went on our trip. We had the Indiogantes over there, but since the ducks don't go in, we wanted to keep them in a bigger coop, so we moved them over there just for our bee conference trip. The Imchmanis are in here. They pretty much are just staying in right now. So we're gonna be doing a lot of ice thawing over the next, well, for the next week while it's freezing every night. Saw today in a chicken group, they said somebody in Overland Park, which is not super far from us, they had a heated chicken coop and it caught on fire. And all their chickens got out safely, but it burned the whole coop down. So now we move over to the ducks and the one rooster, the turkey. So we're letting them come out. What was your mistake?
I put their water right there.
Oh, where we walked there. I
I
saw that and I thought, like, it's gonna get wet.
And then it just froze. And now it's really slick going in their coop.
So don't want to put their water bowl along the path because that just makes it slick. So we covered this coop to keep the snow out as best we could. Still got in there pretty far with the blizzard. Now that we're home, they can come out. We just didn't want them, we didn't have somebody here to close everybody in at night, so. A lot of people ask why we don't put them in with the other ducks in the aviary, but they are very destructive, very poopy, muddy. I just think they'd make a mess of that pond. And the waterfowl, they're small, they're not as destructive, they don't poop as much, and I think the pond could handle them. I don't think it could handle the big ducks. Chickens didn't come out much the first day. Now they're always waiting for us to bring food in. So they're slowly wandering through the snow to make it down to us. So we're at the Bantams in the main flock here. There's Butters.
Kind of see how these coops keep the water somewhat thawed out.
It's frozen from overnight, but it's not as bad as when it's totally out in the elements. So normally we drive around this way right over here, right in front of all the coops, and able to go right down the line, go down each section, but it's too thick. The snow's like 2-3 feet right through this middle area. We have a blade for the UTV, but it's kind of hard on the engine to run it, so we're just gonna have to wait till the snow melts here. We'll be able to go back that way. So we're going to the bottom spot. It's not as thick down there. Man, this looks like a chicken got eaten. There's like pulled through the fence here or something. A lot of feathers, and then feathers all along this walkway. Let's see who that was. So there's some feathers outside this net, and then kind of along a walkway. Gotta see what happened here if a bird got out. All right, so here's our Indiogantes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm guessing a hen. I'm guessing a hen because there's 5 and then 1 here. All right, so there's our Indiogante rooster, and then there's 6 hens. So I think we lost a hen. I think we had 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we had 7 hens. So not sure how that happened. We haven't closed up at night, but something must have came along before they were fully in for the night. Got them through. I don't know. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this area. Make sure the coop's not opening too early and that they're getting in at night. I think we lost a hen last night. So this spot before these chicken tractors, this is where the snow drifts are a problem. Here I'm all the way down on the ground, and it's going to the top of that fence. That's 3.5 feet of snow right there that's coming in there. So there's no way to drive through that. It's really difficult to try to walk through that. And because the fence is fully covered, we can't turn the fence on. So we really got to watch these coops at night, in the morning. It's tough right now, so I'm gonna try to step through this. This is it's getting thick, but if I fall through, that snow's just really deep. It's about 3 feet tall right there. All right, so over here in our coops, we have some breast chickens we hatched out this last year. The 3 mandarins that are gonna ship as soon as the weather's better. A peafowl pair we hatched from Blue and Bell's eggs this year, and a pheasant that we hatched out. We'll probably end up selling that peafowl pair plus that pheasant as well. So on the last row here, we've got the breast chickens. We're raising them for meat and for eggs. And then we've got the rooster flock that's got Slater, the blue slate turkey. And you might ask why not run heaters to all the waters? Why let them get frozen every day? That's just what we've got to do. We've got too many coops, too far from all the buildings. Someday we'll have a barn, we'll have automatic heated waters. It'll be all good, but for now we're just gonna have to break up the waters at each coop. Just be too many extension cords to run.
So we've got these cows separated. We got Poppy and Paisley together. They're the 2 calves. And then Maisie's on the other side. And so we're trying to separate them out because they needed to be weaned. They're going through their hay bales like crazy, but Maisie's not. So we're debating, we can't get the tractor out today, what we should do. Should we put them all together, or what else should we do? They've pretty much depleted this hay bale.
How long will that get them hay for?
I don't know. You think they'll eat that?
So Maisie, she's got a big hay bale over there. We're gonna have to combine them in if the snow doesn't melt.
We could have them switch sides. Give her this one. She could probably clean this out a little bit. And then she doesn't eat very much. And these two can work on that big hay bale over there.
All right, we can try that out in the barn there. There you go. You got hay. Oh, she's running. She's excited. These two eat a lot of hay. They are very excited. This worked out great. Go ahead, get some hay. Oh, she's excited. She's bouncing. Oh yeah, they're excited. They came running over here, jumping around. These guys need a lot of hay where Maisie doesn't seem to really eat much of it. Well, they seem happy about it.
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah, I don't have to do any more work.
They're sitting in the middle there. Is he just sitting on ice? So we've come out the last few days and filmed a little bit around the pond. Got down to negatives and then single digits yesterday. Most of the pond was frozen. So where there was moving water with the two waterfalls at the top and in the middle that was unfrozen. And then right in the middle where the water was moving through, the ducks were all hanging out. But down in the big part and a little bit in the top, it was frozen in there. Tough to get the gate open, huh?
It is.
So this is pretty solid through this top part up in the wetland filter, except for that waterfall going right through there. You can see it, there's ice right there. And then water trickling right through the middle and underneath. Looks pretty cool. See how thick this is. There we go. It's hard to crack. The ducks have mostly been hanging out right here. It's thawed out, it's shallow, so they can stand. They seem to really like that. They're running across the ice right now. Now this was an interesting week. We actually had 3 mandarins left from last year's hatch, and a couple people bought them. We tried to ship them out. We actually took them to the post office in their shipping containers, and the post office ended up calling us back to come pick them up. Said their overnight deliveries weren't going this week because of all the bad weather. So the trucks weren't transporting to the airport, I guess. So we had to go get them. We'll try again next week when it's back to normal temps, and hopefully a lot of the snow is melted. But I never expected to not have the mail go through. I was really surprised. So here's the bottom part of the pond. It's frozen all through here. Down here in the intake bay, it's shallow, water's moving, so they're able to find some places to swim there, and then they run and fly back to the other open spot. All right, so what's going on with the peafowl and the pheasants? What are they up to?
They're hanging out in the coop.
So while the ducks are completely fine in this freezing weather outside, the pheasants and the peafowl are smart enough to come in here. So I'm glad we taught them about this coop that they'd come into, and they just hang out in here for the food and then just go out and either eat some snow or go up to the pond to get some water. There's Flake, our white female peahen. There's Jazz, and then there's Snow, and there's Blue hanging out here in the coop. Oh. They're getting along, so you can see them standing next to each other. They seem to get along, even though they peafowl pick on the ducks if they see them. It'll be spring soon enough, bud. Now, some people have wondered about the netting. Was it gonna soak up the snow and freeze like everything else and then weigh down and be a problem for us? That was something we were concerned about. And I think being the nylon material that it is, it just doesn't seem to absorb any liquids, and the snow and the rain just weren't an issue for it. So it's still as light as ever. It didn't seem to absorb any of that moisture, and I don't see any issues from the cables or netting from the blizzard, which is awesome because that was something we were definitely concerned about. So we'll check back on the pond here in a few days. It's going to be 30s the next few days. We'll show you if it starts to thaw out at all. So this is our emu that we hatched last winter. Never really decided on a name. So I'll let you guys say Zazu. Let's go Zazu. Hey! And then we've got our 3 turkeys in here, along with you. We'll probably always keep him separated. He's a he. He's related to a few of them, so to make it simplest just to keep him in a different area. Got food down there. Oh, water. And then lastly, we got all our button quail. So we got 2 little coops over here of our button quail. We've got about 10 to 15 in each of them. We're getting eggs every day, but shut down our egg sales for a little while just because it's so cold, but we'll start selling them again here in the spring. So we got through the chores this morning. It's been a rough few days, but finally starting to get some better temps, so everything's looking good except for our bird we think we lost, but we'll check in on the aviary in a couple days, see if the pond starts to melt.
11 days later, we finally got some relief. The temperature reached almost 50 degrees, and finally the snow and ice started to melt around the farm. But out at the aviary, I filmed for several days to see if the ice would recede.
Wow. So 11 days later, we had our first 40-degree day after a lot of days below freezing. And so it just started. We've got a little bit of ice there. We saw some ice through here. That's pretty cool. And then you can really tell the ice is starting to pull back over here. I hope it was fun to watch our little time lapse. Here's our ducks down here in the intake bay. I'm betting this is all just a frothy mush. Let's see if I can touch this without falling in here. I need something I can stand on and hold. Okay. It's still pretty hard, so that must be thickly there. All right, so that ice must be a little thick. It's gonna take a few more days of 40 degrees before that thaws out. But we're happy for relief from the freezing weather. And I think our ducks, they'll enjoy this pond whether it's frozen or not. We'll see you guys next time. Wow, that thing's 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
What are you building here?
I guess a snow tower.
Snow tower? Not even a snowman, huh? You able to help on that?
No, we can't touch it.
You can't touch his snow tower?
Yes.
Come on, put something on it. What are you gonna do, Uriah? How are you gonna help? Now don't tear it apart, you gotta help add to it.
I had no idea.
All right, he's 5 foot tall. That's about 8 feet tall. On the count of 3, say snow tower. 1, 2, 3.
Snow tower!
Woo!